Hey guys, what's up? It's jjaaxxthelegend here, and today I'm here with another Minecraft redstone tutorial. Now in this week's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build this giant redstone creation behind me. This is an automatic industrial stone generator. Now this can also be used to get cobblestone. All you have to do is not mine the stone with a silk touch pickaxe. Okay, so let's get on to the material list. Okay, so the items you're going to need to build this industrial generator will appear on your screen now. There's no sticky pistons at all involved with this, which makes it slightly easier to gather in survival. So now let's actually start building this. Okay, so let's start by going to where we want our piston wall to be. That is that part just there, which my crosshair is on. Then placing 12 blocks of glass or any sort of block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just like that. Now grab out your regular pistons and place a layer of those on top of them facing towards you. This is going to be the side where the stone is pushed, so make sure you have quite a bit of space on that side. Do this again and repeat it until you have a 12 by 12 piston in a square. Okay, so I'm placing my last few now. So you can now see I have this giant wall of pistons. Now, they don't have any power behind them to power it, and they also don't have anything to push, so we need to work on that next. So, we're going to be placing a bit of power at the back side of these pistons as well. So for this next part, we're going to need any sort of slab. So this can be wood, stone, whatever. I'm going to be using smooth stone just because it looks nicer for the eye in this redstone world, and it's slightly easier to count because it does have that border outline. But you can use any sort you want. Then, as well as that, you're going to need some repeaters and some redstone. Okay, so let's start at the bottom here of our piston wall. Place on every second block a smooth stone slab or any sort of slab like this on these glass blocks on the top half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you should have placed 6. And then go up one and do the same like that. So they're sort of alternating and you'll get this sort of checkered pattern once you do it for a little while. Make sure no two are above each other, like directly above each other. So no two are like that. Otherwise we've got something wrong going on. Again, I'm going to cut to once I'm done. Okay, so just a few more to go, and then bam. I've done a bunch of I've done all the slabs, and it looks like we've got a checkered pattern here. And as you can see, there's no spot where I haven't got one. Now you have to repeat this again by placing another slab behind it, so you make it too long, like that. This is what it should look like once all the 2 block slabs or the 2 sort of long slabs are placed behind the pistons. It's kind of trippy really. Now grab out your redstone repeaters and your redstone, because it's time to do a bit of redstoning. Now this is very, very simple redstoning. All we have to do on every slab here, place a repeater going into the piston, and then a piece of redstone dust behind it. Let's do that, just like this. Now these repeaters are going to be on 1 tick delay, so that is no clicks, so you're all good there. Okay, so I'm now at the very top and I've placed all of my redstone in, not the repeaters yet, but I would like to point out that this is very important, that on the very, very top slabs here, you place 2 blocks of redstone dust here, instead of just the one on the back. Because this will allow you to power all of these pistons out the front, so you have a nice sort of cuboid shape. That is now fully complete with all the redstoning behind it, that little part there. Now you might be wondering, why are we using slabs? Well, let me tell you. Slabs are a very useful block in the redstoning world, because they allow you to take currents up like this and still have a block there. Let's have a look at this on the ground. If you were to use regular blocks, let's use some sandstone, and try and create the same pattern, your redstone would get cut off and you wouldn't be able to get anywhere here. So if you power it down here, you're not going to be able to power anything up here. However, if you replace all of these with slabs, and then do the same thing, suddenly have a fully working circuit. Now, an interesting to note about slabs is that they can only power upwards. If you power it at the top here, it will not go downwards, which is very annoying when redstoning, but we can always make do. So like over here, we have an observer, which will then power all these pistons here. Now the easiest way to power these pistons here you would think would be just to go straight into the top here. Well, that's impossible. So what I had to do is get a redstone torch and bring it all the way down and power them from the bottom, but it all still works fine. You can see if I do that, the piston extends. Okay, let's get back onto redstoning. The next lot of pistons we're going to be placing are directly down here in sort of diagonal from this blue glass block here, or whatever block you used under your pistons. You want to break all of these and place some pistons going up. There should be 12 of them. 12. Once you've done that, on the two blocks in front of that, break them. Now we're going to be placing redstone in both of these blocks, so just for easeability and so we can move around, break a third one as well. So you should have this 3x12 area. Now we need to grab out some more actual redstoning stuff, so we just need repeaters and redstone again. Place the redstone repeater going into each one of these pistons here, just like that, on 1 tick delay, so no clicks. Then behind that, place a piece of redstone dust, like this. So that is what it should look like. Pretty simple redstoning. We are now done with our major piston placements. We still have maybe I think 5 more to go, 5 pistons to place, but they're just in odd spots. It's time to work on the mechanism that actually activates these pistons, this one right here with the observer. So let's do that. In your hotbar, you want to get your observer, your blue concrete, or any sort of block for building that allows redstone to go through it, your redstone repeaters, your regular pistons, a block of redstone, and some redstone dust. Start, look at it from the front, this is the front side of it, and go to your right side and place an observer at the very end. So the face is looking directly across all of our pistons. Behind that, where the red dot is, place a block. And coming out of that block, place a repeater, just like this. Okay, so directly in front of this repeater here, place a piston with a redstone block on it, place a blue concrete block as a gap holder block, and another piston facing back towards it, like this. You can now break this blue block. Now coming out of where that blue block was, place a repeater that should be set to a 1 tick delay, so no clicks, 2 redstone dust, then curve it back towards this like that. Now place 2 more redstone repeaters going back into this piston here, 1 on 4 ticks delay and 1 on 2 ticks delay. So the one on 4 ticks delay you have to click 3 times, and the one on 2 ticks delay you have to click once. Okay, so now, coming out of where that repeater is coming out as well, so right here, place a piece of redstone dust and then hook it into our main system here. Now if there's a block change here, you can see our pistons extend and don't create an infinite clock. So let me show you why we did all of this extra redstoning. It's very important, because if we just did this setup here where we had an observer and it just went straight into the piston, you would get something that looks like this. Now that is incredibly noisy, annoying, and it would stop the whole system from working. So we had to do this to stop that infinite clock happening. I won't go into the exact details here, but if you'd like to know more, make sure to leave a comment down below. Now we need to sort of replicate this, but up the top with a few changes. So let's start by grabbing out our observer, and this time going to the very leftmost side, and placing a piece of sandstone in the very top corner. Then place an observer on that, so the red dot's going into the sky, and you can now break that sandstone, or whatever placeholder block you were using there. Directly on top of this observer, place a block that redstone current can go through. I'm going to be using some concrete, but you can use wool or dirt or any of that stuff. and place a piece of redstone dust directly on top of that. Now place one placeholder block with a piston on top. You can break that one there now, and place a block of redstone on the face of that piston. Then place 3 placeholder blocks directly on the face of that redstone block there, and break the middle one. Now place a piston facing back towards it, the other pistons and the other redstone, and then break those 2 placeholders. So that's what it should look like. Then rotating around to the other side, so the inner side of our, so we have the outer side here and then the inner side. Build a 2x4 rectangle like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So one side's on this outer piston here, and then on this empty spot. Now, to place redstone on this 2x4 platform, place 1 repeater on 1 tick delay, no clicks, 3 pieces of redstone, 1 to curve it around, another repeater facing back the other way, on 2 ticks, the 1 click, and then 2 more on 4 ticks, so that is 3 clicks. Just like that. Okay, so now we've got to power all of these pistons from this here. Now we can't power it from the top because of what I said earlier with the slab mechanics, so we're going to use a redstone torch tower to get all the redstone current down to the bottom. So place 3 blocks from this block right here, 1, 2, 3, and break this middle block because we do not need that. Then you can use that same block that you broke there to place here on the corner. You should create an arrow or like a little corner shape here. Now place redstone on all of them. Once you've done that, grab out a redstone torch and place it on the edge of this corner block. And then come 2 blocks down from that torch and place another piece of redstone. This should automatically be turned on. Then place another redstone torch on that block, still facing the same way, and that should be turned off. Then 2 blocks down, break this block here, place the redstone dust. This one should also be turned off. Now going back the other way, place the redstone torch, go 2 blocks down, then the redstone should be turned on, and then come back that way, so you're sort of just rotating it, zigzagging it. Now you're going to want to do this for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So you're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, my bad. You're going to want 6 torches placed, like this. This will get the current down to the right height you need. So now we need to hook it up over to here. Come to this torch here, place 2 blocks down, break that block, and place a piece of redstone. Then we can place 2 blocks coming in towards these pistons here, and then create a staircase down. Now you just want to run this line of redstone directly across the back here, and you're going to want to add in some repeaters. Now this will just make it sure that you'll always have enough sort of power. Now you don't want to place these repeaters on the slab block here, because otherwise this is not going to get power from anywhere. So you want to place it in between the slabs. So there, you place it in any of these positions. There, not all of them, because that's a lot of repeaters, but in any of these positions shown on your screen. Now, I'm probably going to do one at the start, one in the middle-ish, and then one at the end-ish. Just like this. So let's go test and see how that works. Place a block in front of this observer here, and you should notice all of your pistons extend without creating a clock. Because trust me, this many pistons creating a clock is chaos. Now we're on to one of the final parts of this tutorial, and that is actually making the stone generator over here. Okay, so I'm at the fully finished one at the moment because I'm going to be showing you what we're building. We're going to be building a simple stone generator here, which is crazy simple and crazy compact. As well as that, we're going to be creating this clock here, which is going to be powering this piston. Now, this is currently not working because we are already at the full size, but if I do break a few blocks off of this, let's have a look here, you can see that the piston is hard at work and creating all of that good stone. You might be wondering how I got this so compact. Well, if we look through this piece of glass here, you can see that I'm using the new slab trick, where you waterlog the slab and then you place the lava on top, which creates a super compact little stone generator. So now that you've seen that, let's actually build this on our one. Start by placing directly opposite this glass here another layer of glass. This is so if the water does flow out for some reason, it does not destroy all of your redstoning, which trust me, that has happened to me multiple times, so I decided to let you guys know so it doesn't happen to you. Then come one block away from here and place a piston facing towards the observer. This is where all of our stone is going to be generated. For now, place on the back side of that piston, place a blue concrete block, and place blue stained glass here and here. Well, no, not there. Just here at the front. And then here, drop it one back, like that. Now place a stone slab there, waterlog that, and the water will flow, and that's why we have those blocks. Then, place any sort of block surrounding this top part here, and place lava. Now you'll notice this lava will also start to flow. If you want to place just a testing block here for a little bit, just while we set up the rest of the redstoning, you'll have to remove this later. The little last part of redstone that we have is setting up the clock. So let's do that. We're going to have to add in a repeater here, going into this block on 4 ticks delay. And then place a block directly behind that. Now standing on that block and looking at the repeater, rotate right and place another repeater on 4 ticks delay. Then drop another blue concrete in front of that or any sort of building block. Rotate 90 degrees again and place 3 repeaters. We want the first one to be on 1 tick, so that's no clicks. The second one to be on 2 ticks, so that's 1 click. And the third one to be on 4 ticks, so that's 3 clicks. And then place that a block, so all of these repeaters are going into it. Then again, place a repeater on 4 ticks, block, rotate 90, and then on this very last stretch, we want it all to be on 4 ticks. So the only ones that shouldn't be on 4 ticks are these 2 here. Now to activate the system, we just have to grab our lever and quickly place on one of these blocks and turn it on and off. Like that. And remove this piece right here. As you can see, we're now generating stone. Okay, so we're about to see the first push-up, so let's just test out that our system is fully working. About to be pushed up, and there it is. So yes, it is working. So you really do now have a fully working and tested cobblestone and stone generator. Okay, so while this chugs away in the background, that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and remember to subscribe if you're new. And I will see you guys later. Oh, and remember, stay carbonated.